Yeah, I forgot my toothbrush this morning, and I went down to pay, and all I had was 100 RMB, and they wouldn't do it, and I couldn't even buy a toothbrush this morning. So now that I have Alipay, I can get a toothbrush.
Okay. So when did you download it?
Today.
About an hour ago.
Yeah, about an hour ago. Yeah, this is the first time we did it, and it worked fantastic.
Yeah, well, it's so easy. So you just open the app, and you either press the QR code or the scanner, and then it just works. And they scan your phone, and it's done. It's amazing. It's a really cool technology.
那些外国人眼里的中国 Next
भाई बाहर का बुलेट ट्रेन ओ भाई साहब मेरी फट गई भाई शिट भाई साहब मैंने इतना क्लोज कभी बुलेट ट्रेन नहीं देखा मेरी धड़कन तेज हो गई भाई यार मैं 300 किलोमीटर पर आवर की स्पीड में बैठा हूँ बट कभी मैंने गुजरते हुए नहीं देखा ट्रेन को 300 किलोमीटर पर आवर की स्पीड में भाई साहब क्या चीज़ थी वो भाई मैं आँख मैंने झपटा और भाई ट्रेन गुजर गई यार ओ माय गॉड क्रेजी
Taught me how to make rice. I remember that day. I'm going to teach you how to make rice, and this is the only time I'm going to teach you. It's a big nylon bag with Chinese writing on the front. Well, then how much water do I add? Just fill it through this line right here, Joseph. This is how you cook perfect rice. I want the world to know that right now. This is an ancient fucking secret. Every Asian knows how to make rice, and this is how you do it. You don't need a measuring cup, and you don't need a fucking rice cooker. All you need is rice, a pot, and this fucking line right here. Put as much rice as you want in any pot. Then fill it up with water. How much water, Joe? Will you touch the top of the rice with this finger right here? And fill it up with water till it hits that fucking line right there. Perfect rice.
Next
我没有看不起自己祖国，但是我的祖国实在是太小。我在中国说我来自斯洛伐克，很多人会回答说你是捷克人。最搞笑的是，我和我男朋友谈恋爱半年了，他居然一直认为我是斯洛文尼亚人。所以为了避免这个尴尬，我总是说我是欧洲人。其实中国人真的是比较聪明，因为中国离斯洛伐克这么远，所以能知道捷克斯洛伐克已经很厉害。我们离德国这么近，但是大部分德国人都不知道斯洛伐克在哪里。不知道是德国人地理知识太差了吗，还是我们太没有存在感？所以我来了中国以后，觉得中国有一个方面让我很羡慕，就是中国是一个非常大的国家，所以全世界人都没有一个人不知道中国。
Next
An app like WeChat, which is Elon Musk's wet dream. What Elon Musk wants to do with Twitter is to replicate WeChat. WeChat, imagine an app that does everything. It shows you photographs, it plays music, it shows movies, it allows you to communicate, it's got something like Facebook on it, and allows you free payments. Free payments. The Americans do not have that. And they do not have that not because they don't have the technology to have that, but because, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America will never allow Google and Apple to get away with it, to take over their business.
Next
home and tell people that actually life in China is very, very free. They're shocked. Everything they say about, life is so not free in China and all the rest of it. I'm like, you guys need to come out here and live here, because actually life in Britain is really, really not free. You have to pay for everything. You have to have a bit of paper, a license or a certificate to do anything. It's so expensive, so inhibiting, so over-regulated. And then there's life here in China. It's so much freer, so much happier. And life in general, you can have a happier quality of life.
Next
A global competitor, in my view, to Facebook. You see Alipay and WeChat Pay working. Why not just do a Facebook version of Alipay in order to level this?
Congressman, I think you're right that they're certainly competing not just with us, but all of the American companies on this. Part of the infrastructure that they're building on is a lot more modern than some of what we would have to build on here. And it's partially because I view the financial infrastructure in the United States as outdated. If you started it today rather than 50 years ago on a lot of outdated systems.
Next
Yeah, you can pay for QR code. You don't need wait.
Why?
I will show you magic.
请确认支付，支付中请等待。支付宝刷脸成功，到账10.5元。快领取蚂蚁联名奖励。
How did you pay?
Use my face. Yeah.
Oh, damn Chinese technology these days. Space?
Yeah.
What else can you use?
Enhanced.
Unhand?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
You want to see?
Yeah.
1号收银机成功支付单件商品，请向店员出示支付凭证。
Convenient, huh?
Yeah.
Next.
I think life in general is a lot more convenient in China compared to the UK. And a good example of that would be the payment system. Because now in China, obviously everything is paid by WeChat or Alipay. And usually people still pay with cash in the UK. And every time I go back home, I realize how inconvenient it is to actually carry a big wallet of coins and notes with you everywhere and having to count your change when you pay for things. So when I'm living in China, it only takes a few seconds to pay for something on WeChat or Alipay in the supermarket or in a shop. So that makes life a lot easier, and you don't have to worry about losing money or taking money with you every time you go out.
Whether any country in the world could do what they have done, but they've done it with a quarter of the world's population. What they're doing now in turning China back into a major global power, and they found the need to be in the world, and they found the need to have the world in.
Next. I'll show you another thing that happens in the evening times in China. Dancing. Chinese people love to dance in the evenings, and they got the moves down. They put the Americans doing the hustle to shame. So these groups are on the street almost every night, probably every night. Painters shine. And there's a leader that comes out here with a boombox, and they have a set of songs. And maybe during the day or in the mornings they'll do some training on how to do the moves. And then they just come out here and rock them out. And they'll go for about an hour. I always give Chinese credit for it, that they have little inhibition. If they want to do something, they do it. If they want to sing, they sing in the public. If they want to dance, they dance with their friends. There's very little social pressure. Like in the States, I don't know, I couldn't have been able to do this. I would have been like too nervous about what everybody else would have thought.
Next. So this is just kind of a walkway to get to the station. Look at this screen. It's crazy. So clear as well. Meanwhile, in America,
Next.
We can come to Europe and come so cool finally. I need phone. I'm back to China after 1 month. Already can pay with them. Europe, 10 years because I in China.
Next.
China. I want to show you China's cashless society. Oh.
微信支付成功，金额5.50元。
Did you see that in that shop? I just walked in, got a little drink, took out my phone, swiped it in a second. Don't have to mess around with cash. Don't have to carry a wallet or credit cards. You can just use your phone for everything.
Next.
Мам. Ой, как я сюда попала вообще. Это было нереально сюда попасть. Даже такое никогда бы не приснилось, чтобы сюда попасть. Только в сказке такое бывает. Только в сказке. Ты мне подарила сказку. Вот.
Next.
秘密无法逃离谁不光的心，我踏过山河入长空，若凌云高歌里。
Next.
Never advisable to walk around on your own at nighttime, but sometimes it's just unavoidable. There's been times here in China that I've been by myself, and I've never once had that feeling that I put myself in a dangerous situation. I've always felt pretty safe at night time here in Nanjing.
Friend who's Chinese, that they had running water and electricity in China. And after that I came here and I was very surprised you guys did have water and electricity, and very modern here, not ancient as I thought it would be. There's no transportation in my hometown. There's no Wi-Fi in my hometown. I go out at 9 o'clock at night in my hometown. Everyone's in bed. There's really no convenience at all. And here it's very convenient. I can go outside at 2 a.m. in the morning. I can get Xiao Kao on the street. I can jump on a train in 30 minutes and be in Xi'an in 3 hours. Very convenient here. I never experienced anything like that before in my life. So when I go back, it'll be reverse culture shock. I won't be adapted to being back home.
I've been living in China for more than 6 years, and now I can tell you that China is one of the safest countries that I've been to, and I've been to many of them.
Vietnam, Thailand, Turkey, Philippines, Morocco, Tunis, Ukraine.
So it feels safe for me to be outside in the middle of the night, even if I'm on my own. And I think it's very, very important, especially for girls and especially for sex.
Safe at all. At night time they have the barbecue with the meats, and you can sit down and chill with your friends and have a beer. I went there and got a bit fat, but the food is so good. It's very dangerous for your weight.
I think it's safe. I think it's super cool how you can pay through basically your social media or WeChat, and so you don't have to carry around your bank card and your cash and stuff, which obviously just makes you feel more safe. Also means the thief's lost his job, right? Because he can't take his money off.
Chinese. The way the Chinese think of themselves, what it means to be Chinese, the way they think of what China is not a function of the last 100 years of being a nation state. It is a function of more than 2,000 years of being a civilization, or what I call a civilization state. China is primarily not a nation state. It is primarily a civilization state, and only secondly a nation state. What am I talking about here? Well, I'm talking about things like Confucian values, very unusual relationship, very unusual, unique relationship in many ways between the state and...